Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US Tech Stocks. Just before we start though, just want to point out for new users that when you're looking for stock charts for the analysis here, be it Forex, crypto or any of these here, we'll also be adding, we're taking on another analyst next month, and we're going to be focused a little bit more on the commodities side of things as well. So on the commodities side of things, we're going to be looking, putting charts out for energy, precious metals, base metals, softs, and a few grains here as well. So they'll all be, they will come into here and be updated to here. Also to the, so just coming back here for a second. So all of these charts and videos here, you just hit on the little hamburger here and then they'll all populate through here for all of this, okay? The other thing that I just wanted to also point out too while we're here, we have started in the stock check here, we have started to put out trades. We haven't started to put out trades in the crypto, the crypto or, let me just bring this up here a bit, in the crypto or the Forex side of things just yet, okay? So, but we have started in this section here. So for the US here, we've put out a couple of trades, just sort of warming up to the situation. And so also the Australian here as well, putting out Australian trades as well. So any updates, like for Google here, we've moved the stop to break even here. So that means you can go in and adjust that accordingly. I've adjusted on my user side here. You can do that with the edit button here. And the TNT here, we're going to take part profit at the 180, and you can do that by using this functionality in here for that. I also just want to point out too, with the commodities check portfolio, I need to get a new data provider for that. I've used up my 10,000 API calls and I haven't even started yet. So obviously it's I need to find a different method for that. So we're going to be doing that this week. So there won't be any commodity trades there just yet, but there will be some Forex trades coming up. We expect the US dollar to push up, but we're seeing the euro and the Aussie to push up. We're just looking for the first impulse wave up, and then we'll start buying the pullback. Okay, so that said, with Apple here, there's a couple of counts that we can look at here. So this particular count here, just we've got it as wave 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2, and a nice little third wave here for 3, 4, 5. We could also look at this as 1 and 2 here as well. But what I want to point out here, this little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when it finishes here, it'll have a little top in it here. So basically anything above this top here will make this count here correct, and we'll go further up at that point. Okay, so we're going to be focused on this. With this particular move here, this is actually 5 waves to here, and then a correction, and then another. So in a nutshell, it's a 3-wave move to the upside. I can look at it as wave 1 here with an ABC pattern here. That would work as well for a more bullish pattern. But we got to get past this top point here, because it can just be a corrective rally as an ABC pattern here, and that means that wave 2 would end up being over here with wave C over here. So we need to move past this little impulse wave here. So on I'll just go to the 1000 tick here. This is what we were looking at last week. Here we're looking at down for the A wave and ABC for the B wave, and then you can see the strong third wave in here. So it's just a matter of working this out. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but this can terminate here at this point and then have a move down at this stage. Now it may or may not be the case, but like I said, is that we just want to have a look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and anything above the top here we can look to be long at that point. But obviously it will pull back, so we'll get a better price anyway. But we have to wait for this to move past where it is here at the moment. So a little bit more detail on that here in terms of let's just get a bit more data in here for this. So in terms of this corrective pattern that we need to move past as an A and a B and a C wave up here, we're counting here as 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then from 4 to 5 here it's still got a bit more to play out. So we've got 1 here. We could look at this in a couple of different ways here with this particular spike in there, but at the end of the day we still got this third wave here. This third wave could also push over to here. So, but look, the main point here is that it will boil down at the end of the day to, it will play out here of course, but it will boil out down to this here becoming the support or not, and this is where we can go long here on top of group 1 of 90 here, 93. So I really just want to let this play out here before I suggest a trade in here, because of that particular corrective pattern. Yeah, but Apple should mosey along with the rest of the with the rest of the crowd as such. So with Amazon here as well, that if Apple's going to pull down in that B wave, then this could do the same here as well. So it is possible for this to complete up here and then have a move down here, and then we'd move this across over to here for this. But there's also a fantastic case of an A and a B and a C here as well, and moving to the upside. So it will be the same. It'll be the same situation here. Once this top comes into play here and pulls back, then we can look at an ABC pattern to move in at that point. So we're just looking for a little bit of safety, that's all. So let's just go in and have a little look at this situation here so we understand it a little bit better. So now it looks a little bit complicated, but it's actually quite simple. So we can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here. We can look at this as wave 1 here with an A wave, a B wave over here, and then coming down for a C wave here. So this is what we've got to be careful of, because at the moment when you look at this, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the A wave, the B wave here, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up here for the C wave here. So that C wave can be part of that B wave here. So it could terminate at that point and come down. Now anything above that B wave there, then it becomes bullish. But we also don't need to chase it there as well, by the by, because what will happen is this will be wave 1 and 2 here, and then all of this will be wave 3 here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there'll be 4 and 5 here, and then there will be an ABC pattern here, and then it'll go up from that point. So this is where we need to be here and also down here as well. So it's pointless going along above the top there, because we'll be green for a little bit and then we'll turn red. So we don't need to do that. So yeah, we'll just look at this impulse wave to complete here, pull back, and then we can move in at that point. So we just got to be, for Apple and Amazon, we just want to be, we want to move past any sort of weakness in the market. So for meta platforms and yeah, so let me just think about this for a second. So I've got wave 3 here and wave 4 here. It is still probably not the case, but I'm just sort of keeping an eye on this here, because we've got a very raggedy possible 5-wave structure here, which has got holes in it for sure. But I'm just sort of keeping an eye on things. So because I kind of want to, I really want to push this wave 3 here up to here. That's really what I need to do in this, and that would put me in line with say NVIDIA here for a moment. So with NVIDIA here, it's got one of the cleanest counts. So we've had this as wave 4 with 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here for 3rd, 4th and 5th. So this is our benchmark blueprint for the markets, and as I mentioned last week, we've got a good few months to get to this top over here. So pretty much you can buy most things and hold them for 2 months. It's just picking and choosing what we're doing. But the main point here is that this is obviously a very nice sort of third wave here, and I could extend it much higher as well in terms of having this as 1 and 2 here and a 3, 4, 5 and extend it higher. It's quite possible, but the point being here, coming up to this third wave here, because when we're approaching a top in the market, and we're approaching a big top, by the way, this wave 1 up here, you know, this is something that's been going on, you know, for quite some time here. And yeah, so what we need to do is we need to round up all those other stocks and kind of put them all into this particular top here. Now, there's always leaders and followers in the market. I understand that, but all the big tech stocks and the AI stocks we've got to kind of bring into the same fold at some point. So with that particular wave, little blue wave 3 there, it's sort of bugging me a little bit. So I may have to bring this up into this area here. So I'll just copy that and put that up there. It's not going to make any difference in terms of getting to the 400, which is where we were looking to get and see a reaction from that point. So yeah, let's just drill in here for a moment onto the 1000. Probably don't need all of that. So from this wave 4 here, we've got wave 1 and 2. So we're looking for 5 waves of that degree to the upside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside here. So as I mentioned before, it's sort of, you know, I'd like to be looking at this wave 3 here for Facebook. So it might need a bit of rearranging. Did I rearrange it on 2000 ticks? No, I didn't. I did look at that chart though. That's why I was thinking of that. Yeah, so looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going up for 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I'm okay with this. You know, I mean, hitting the 400, but you know, we're going to see some sort of reaction there that would just be sort of normal anyway. So, but this is just a little bit quick for me. It's not like sort of 2 months. I need to sort of extend it out a bit sort of further, I think. So I've just been sort of mulling that over a little bit, and this is the current count here. So 3, 4 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then going up here. I feel like I'm stretching this a little bit, which is kind of okay, but yeah, but anyway, I'm not sure what will happen on the open. It could spike down here a little bit and retest that 80 there, and I could probably put this over to this top here, but otherwise, you know, a retest of this type of thing here, and then further to the upside. So it'll be something like that. Okay, so not a problem for this week in the short term. There's plenty of momentum to the upside in the markets at the moment. I mean, if Friday closes strong, well then the momentum's going to carry through all of Monday, and see a little bit of profit taking on Tuesday morning, and then the trend resuming again to the upside on lower volume, and then we start to get the volatility in through Wednesday and Thursday. They're the days that can take out your stops. So yeah, NVIDIA here in this case, so it's all pretty sort of simple at this point. So we're going to pick it up at this wave 3 that we're doing. We were looking for that wave 3 last week, but it's just extended further. It's just I've kept the same count, but just I've had to extend it further up. So we've got 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 in blue, and yeah, there's no change in count, so we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then 1, 2 now, and this 3rd, 4th, 5th to get to the blue there. I might need to rearrange that because it doesn't quite look, I mean, it's okay-ish, but I'm not that sort of happy with it. It's probably better off 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, you know. So anyway, but what you can expect is the 600 to play out, and when we're talking about the 600, we're talking about right up to 630, so 10, 20, and 30, and group 2 below. And the 650 here is really what we're sort of also looking at in the bigger picture as well here. 65 here is really, when I'm using stocks, I use it as a medium level, but a lot of the time would use it as the first level of minor group 2, but in this case I'll just use it as it'll play out. It's this 650 is more important than the 600. The 600 and the 700 important. They give us 600 and 700 gives us tops and bottoms, but this is the middle of 6 and 7, and it tends to give us a nice, it's the balance point where we'll get a nice correction and we need to be moving in at that point. But in the meantime, yeah, expect it to move high, but it'll dance around the 600 there, so you can just hold on to your horses at that point. Now we come to Netflix here, and I'm just a little bit unsure. I can see, I know we need to go higher. I just don't know if we come down to this wave 4 and then push up there. That's what I don't know if we do that or we do that. But even so, whatever we push up here with, this particular little double top here, which is never the end of the trend, but at the 500 here, 5 being the second strongest number in the market, we'll end up seeing a pattern. Let me just get that in here. We'll get a pattern like this. So really we got some sort of double top on the arrival here. We still haven't got the first high above the level. So yeah, I'm not that interested in trading around this large number at all. The risk reward factor is just not there, so we'll just give that the wide berth. Google here, the reason I've got it on the daily chart here is just to point out that we've got an old top over here, so it will play out in some way. It could shoot above and then come back down, but it's going to spend some sort of time here. But also too, in the wave count, we've got 1 and 2 here. And then we've got all the way up for wave 3, 4, and we're going up for wave 5 here. So this little spiky bit in here, this can be counted in different ways here. Alessio, our stockman, has got this over here as a wave 4 with an A, B, C, D, E here. So that kind of works. And then 1 and 2 and moving to the upside. So it can be viewed in different, we can count this in different ways here. There's different ways about it. But the main point here is that we do have a long trade in here, and we're going to exit at the 150, and yeah, it will push higher. You can, hold on through that, but because it's got a previous history over here, I just want to be a little bit careful. If I can see that on the reaction of 150 that we can move back in, well then we may do that with a small position, but trading around large numbers, and I do consider 150, I do a medium level and a major level are large numbers. So, but anyway, yeah, just want to point out that this could be counted in different ways to the upside. So I've got to kind of time it in line with, with NVIDIA and Meta and all the rest of them to get to the top there. So anyway, from this chart to, I'll just have a look on the 20 here. Okay, so this chart here, I've got it like this here, coming up into this third wave here. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it doesn't really work there either. Let me see what I've done on the other chart, moving in here a little bit. This is another way to look at it. I kind of like the timing of this, coming into this third wave and then this fourth wave and this fifth wave here. But it's still much earlier, where the other ones will be, the other stocks are actually looking at this being the third wave up here, something like this, So we're not there yet, but yeah. Anyway, I can see what's going on in different ways. We're still going to be pushing higher. We've basically got that nice 140 there, which that's something I wanted to talk about too. With just to go left field here a little bit, it was with Apple actually at the 180 here, how it's come back and tested it here and now pushing up on higher volume on an impulse wave. So it should be interesting, Apple. Hope it comes back to play the game, because I do use Apple as a bit of a core to the markets. But let's just cruise in here a little bit further onto the 100 ticks. So yeah, look, we had an entry here, and I've brought the stop here to break even. So I've updated that in the portfolio, and we're just going to exit at the 150 here. So it's not a big thing. So anyway, we've got a safe trade at this point for this. So it's just a short-term trade. In terms of looking at this, we're looking at it as wave 1 here, and ABC for wave 2. and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for green wave 1 and 2. So from this blue one here, we're looking for 5 green waves to the upside. So now we've got a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Could I do it any differently? I think it's okay-ish at this point. Nice little 5 waves here. We're getting 5 waves to the upside and small corrective waves to the downside. And yeah, so we can look for a bit of momentum here to go up for wave 3, 4, and 5 up here somewhere. Should be up there. Don't have to do it at 150. It's always nice just to take it before big numbers too, because sometimes they just get sold off. So anyway, that's Google, and we come over to Microsoft as well here. So see this, to bring Microsoft's in the AI game as well. The bigger picture here, of course, is the 1 and 2 here. Nice strong third wave up here, and then the fourth wave. We're looking for the fifth wave. So at the same time with like NVIDIA, we're heading up into this third wave up here. So I may need to sort of wiggle that around as well here. This has all been a little bit complicated here. We could put wave 4 over here. We could put wave 4 here. We could put wave 4 here and look at 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, or just here and 1 and 2. We've had it here as 1 and 2. So there's a variety, and this also, little honest earnings here, wasn't very helpful either in doing things. So this could be viewed another. I mean, most of the other stocks we're looking at have got wave 1 here in terms of the timing of events, So yeah, I'm looking at all of this in different ways. Now, obviously the 400 here, it's a big number. It's got lots of zeros. It's a medium level. We're going to see the market dance around here. We can see we've got our support in the market now. So from the 400, this level here, this old top, and this here is nice support. So yeah, just once again, just pointing out that all of this can be counted differently, but this is what we're going to continue to keep on discussing, and to keep rounding up all the stocks into this top here. That's what we need to do. And like I said, that's about 2 months away. It could be more. I said 2.5 last week, and the thing with Elliott wave trying to get times is a bit tricky. Fibonacci works well with price, and that's where the trading levels come from. But in terms of time, it's never really been that sort of accurate. So it's too much of a hit and miss. It's too much of a hit and miss to put money in, because you don't know how long wave 4 is going to take. That's pretty much the trick with everything. So anyway, let's just go into the 1000. So yeah, last time we spoke, we were last week we were waiting for wave 4 to come in, and then to push up here, and it's doing all of that. So I've had it as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4, because it's a nice 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a third, 4. So it makes a nice third wave here. So 1 and 2 here. And moving to the upside. Like I said, we probably need to put this over here as wave 3, because it's just not going to give us the timing that I need. I need 2 months for this here, and I'm just not going to get it here. So it's like this move back here will be wave 3 and 4 here. It means that this might need to come back over here with a wave here, B wave, an A and a B and a C here for this, and this becomes wave 1 over here, this sort of thing. Anyway, it's just, I've got to get more time out of it, but it still doesn't, we're still going to get, we're at this entry, we're just arriving here at this level, right? So we're going to get something like this, and this. So we're still a long way away from it completing. This little move up through here, we can look at that as 1s and 2s and so on up here, but, I don't know if I've updated the 100 tick chart on this. yeah, it's moving very swiftly to the upside as 1 and 2, and I've got 1 and 2 here because of the slight overlap here. A little bit sort of messy in here, but I've got all of this as wave 3 here coming into play, so it'll still be, I've got this as a wave 3 up here. So yeah, yeah, I mean, it's not such a big deal. It'll be it'll be something like this. It's, if you're trading long, you just want to get out of the 400, really, it'll be something like this. It'll just chew up all your energy in terms of being focused on it. Always trade to big numbers and get out. So we come to Tesla, and target area is 210. We're at 210. I can squeeze from wave 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and have a low in here. Is that the low? Look, we've got, it looks like a little impulse wave here. I'm not going to go long at the bottom here. I could do that and look sort of clever and all the rest of it. But what I really would be looking for would be something a little bit bigger, something a bit neater, something a bit sort of chunkier, because this could just push up and come down here further again as well. I mean, to be pulled into a big number like this is just normal, so to put that wave 2 here, please don't pay any attention to it at this point. We just need to see what we get here. I mean, it's technically correct what I'm doing, but I mean, I wouldn't put my money on it, so I wouldn't expect anybody else to put any money on it. We'll wait for something bigger, and we'll do all the right things at the right time. We're not going to move off this, so not even going to worry about it at this point in time. But yeah, we'll get it. Just look for safety first. Alrighty, that's it. Well, thanks for putting up with me, and see you in the next video. Cheers.